Hello everyone, this is Babamots. Welcome to some more Homeworlds commentary. This is a match between SenetMaster and Samraku, both pretty solid players. I don't think they ever played back in the SDG days. I think they're on the... I mean, I still call them newer players because my memory is long because I'm old. But not so new anymore. They've got some miles behind them now, and enough to be fairly good players, and they're active in Discord, and I appreciate their community support too. So let's see how they did. SenetMaster up first takes a red fortress. Samraku takes a yellow banker. So this is a large universe. Senet trades for blue right away. So does Samraku, getting straight to the mediums. They both get a medium, and then Senet trades out for the medium yellow. Samraku spreads out the blues. So it's not really safe for Senet to build that medium. They're going to pursue more yellow instead. Oh, Samraku, though, blocking the medium blue build, putting a little blue back in the bank. Yeah, so neither player wanted to build that medium blue, and Samraku, if they built the little green and then tried to trade for yellow, it would be too late. So yeah, I don't like to trade away, even when I've got a star of that color. I don't like to trade away the last ship I have in a color in a system, as a rule, but I think it might be the best here. Okay, Senet advancing the blue. And same issue with moving the last ship of a color out. I usually avoid it. Senet going for the green builds. So here Senet keeps building at home, and Samraku has moved some things out, and they're starting to build in the colony. So they're sort of gaining tempo that way. I like Samraku's position for that, if nothing else. Although I think a medium yellow is usually better than a medium blue, so Senet's got an advantage there of sorts. Senet spreading out the greens. Samraku building blue. Yeah, nothing too extraordinary here. Trading for red. Yes, it's a safe time for Samraku to trade for red as well. That's no problem. Senet, though, has a colony now that doesn't have a medium defender. I think if I'm Senet, I move that medium yellow to the colony. Nope. So Samraku, if I'm Samraku, I'm thinking about invading that colony with the medium blue. There it is. Senet, ooh, defending with the mothership, getting spicy. Oh yeah, Samraku has to sacrifice to get away. Okay, or they sacrifice and capture the red. Let's see what Senet comes up with for that. Boy, it's I so seldom think of defending or attacking with my mothership. I'm always impressed when somebody does it and it looks like it was actually the right move. So Samraku doubling down, building up in this colony. What does Senet do? Maybe, you could trade uh, that Y2 for R2 and try to capture two. No, I don't think trading trading the large ship is a good idea, because if Samraku builds a little red, you're in danger of losing your mothership to overpopulation, even if you capture one of the reds or even the blue 2. Samraku can just build into an overpopulation. I don't love that. Let's see if Samraku does the build. No, they just run away. Okay, I think that seems like a mistake on both parts to me. Samraku should have built toward an overpopulation, and Senet shouldn't have traded. But Samraku runs away, and Senet picks up a little red. So good, good advantage for Senet now. What does Samraku do? Goes back to building at home. If I'm Senet, I'd think about doubling down more. Sacrifice the little yellow, invade Altair. Why not? In for a penny, in for a pound, right? Although that's getting your mothership awfully far away. That's probably not great. Okay, Samraku has red again. Senet spreading out the yellow. I always think it's funny when there's one small ship of each color. Because that means nobody wants to build that last one because the other guy will get the medium. No. All right, Samraku bites the bullet. Let's Senet get a medium. What does Samraku do now? Samraku gets that last medium green. Larges are now open. Senet could spread out and try to build. Senet will get the first opportunity to build if they both spread out. Go for it. Senet might want to trade their R3 for it instead. No, just spreading out. Samraku, yeah, that's good. Discovers it as a star. And since they occupy it with a medium green, if Samraku in a few turns gets a chance to spread out their greens, then they can sacrifice the G2 to build both the G2 and the G3 in two different systems in a way that Samraku won't have three greens anywhere. So that's an enviable position. Senet spreading out their greens, discovering a little yellow star. Senet is in a better position to build yellows than Samraku is, so that looks pretty good. Samraku can get the medium, but then Senet gets at least one large, and frankly, I think they should get. I think they should sacrifice the G2 to build two larges. That'll also gum up the bank slightly with another green, making it a little harder for Samraku to build their investment. Okay, spreading out the green. Good investment there. Senet isn't going to try to manipulate the bank too much more. They're going to go ahead and just leapfrog, get themselves a new mothership. Leaves the Y3 open for Samraku, and doesn't interfere with Samraku's investment that could easily turn into yet another Y3 for Samraku in a few turns. Although Senet will have some time to interfere with that if they want to. Oh, interesting. G2 sacrifice for the green teleport and Y3 build. Okay. That G2 was sacrificed in Castor. What color was that? Oh, that was the G3 star. That's right. So Samraku loses their G3 investment that way, and it's kind of plugged up this investment too. No, I think I would have just done a straight build. It's made this colony more vulnerable. When that G2 was at a G3 star, it couldn't run away, but it could sacrifice and green teleport if Senet invaded with the R3. But now if Senet invades with the R3 at a system with two ships, then it's harder to run both away. What does Senet do? Oh, yeah. Gets the overpopulation, takes out Samraku's flagship. Okay, so Senet now has a flagship and Samraku does not. Samraku gonna try to chase that little green around for a bit. Samraku, ooh, I think that's a false threat. Samraku can't safely sacrifice their only red ship. Senet's gonna run away anyhow. Take that G3 back out of the bank. Samraku picks up the last medium green. Oh, I wonder if Senet miscalculated. I wonder if they thought that that was an investment. No, a G1 at a G3 star is not an investment. You can sacrifice that little green, but then you only get one build action. You're going to have to build the little green, not the big green. Yep. Oops. That looks like Senet just learned a lesson here. Senet instead going to build a little yellow. Okay. Samraku's got a full-fledged factory. Sacrificing the G3 for 2 builds. Take your pick out of red and blue. One of each. Oh. Putting the... Samraku, if they trade for the blue there, they're losing their factory. If they trade for yellow, they also lose the factory, but Samraku didn't have any yellow, so this is probably good, probably the right answer. But if I'm Samraku, I think I want to get my factory back. I might green teleport my my green back home. Building more red. Okay. Yeah, Samraku is in a better position to build red, or was. Senet doesn't want to build another red, or they'll lose their flagship. Okay, Senet spreads out the yellow, gives their reds an opportunity to move around. Samraku builds a third red, but Senet can't overpopulate without sacrificing their Y3, so that seems pretty safe. You can invade that little investment. That's good idea. Well, no, I don't know, because that encourages Samraku to recall their green, and now Samraku's got a factory again, which I think is where Samraku has their biggest advantage. Senet's got the big ship now, but Samraku's got a factory. Okay, Senet G2 sacrifice. Building a couple of yellows. Yeah, that opens up the Y3. Does Samraku take it out of the bank with an investment? Factory building the green. No, they're going to discover it with the safest ship they can, the red. Red 2. Senet gets to pick up a G2 that way. Samraku very gradually losing a grip on the greens, I think. But still have a factory. Factory building 2 reds. That leaves the red 3 open for Senet. I don't like it. Yeah, Samraku takes it back. I would make at least one of those builds a blue. Yeah, that's good. Senet now. Mini factory? No, taking the rest of the red. Yep, leapfrogging a color, leapfrogging a size. That's good. Samraku could overpopulate either one of those R3s, but not both of them. And Samraku would be losing quite a bit of material to do it. Huh. Discovering that Y2 star, that does keep it out of Senet's hands. Also invading that colony. The colony invasion is definitely no good. Senet can just... Samraku, I think, wants to overpopulate the reds. But if Senet captures this red and decreases the red concentration at the same time with the red one sacrifice, then Samraku's going to regret this, I think. If you're wanting to sacrifice a Y2 if you're willing to lose your 2 mediums and your medium yellow to knock out these reds, then you might as well do it immediately. I don't know what this is for. I guess they just want to keep Senet from building the Y2. Yeah. Okay, a little better. At least this way, if Senet sacrifices to reduce the red concentration, they're losing a medium and gaining a small. Counterattacking. Pretty good. Samraku's got a factory. They're just ignoring the that invasion. No, they're not ignoring it. They're building another blue. That seems like you might just be feeding Senate more stuff, though. Senate could capture. Is it worth the R3 sacrifice? I think here it takes time to diversify and time to spread out. I would strongly consider sacrificing the R3 to capture the little red and both blues, even though Samraku's going to get a large blue. Or maybe Senate should just build the large blue of their own. Because it's pretty much assured that Samraku's going to build large blue. Okay, I build large blue, and then on my next, and then after Samraku builds large blue, then I sacrifice and capture everybody. Oh, building both of them? Samraku can overpopulate with one of these mediums, but they don't have any yellow to sacrifice to do it with the small. Samraku going to wipe it out. I think, and then that leaves Samraku still without a flagship. I think I would have built that B3. Well, maybe it's pretty tough being down that many larges. Either way, but 2 larges are a lot better than just having your mothership. Okay, yeah, Samraku slowly gonna build up the blues again. Getting ships captured other places, sacrificing the blue to trade for red. No, red for blue. Okay. Yeah, but Samraku doesn't have good places to build. The good ways to build the blue. Well, I mean, I guess they don't need good places to build the blue. They've got a factory. But yeah, Samraku needs a mothership. They need a flagship. They've got a mothership. Senate's got flagships, though. Yeah, Senate invades. Samraku builds. Yeah, okay. They're finally going to get themselves a flagship. In that case, I think rather than sacrificing the G2, I think I might have sacrificed the G3. Built the... Oh, no, you wouldn't get both 2 blues out of it that way, because there was still a G2 in the way. Never mind. Okay, yeah. All right, well, Samraku's going to lose a lot of material, but they do finally have a large ship that can roam as a flagship. That's probably not worth it, though. I think they're going to lose too much. I like Senate's position. Senate sacrifices, captures the rest. Samraku can't build that medium red, can't build the large blues. Spreads out the red. Senate also spreads out the red, maybe? Spreads out the yellow. Oh. Trying to take blue out of the bank, I guess. That's my guess. Okay, Samraku getting a nice factory move. Yeah, that's Samraku's saving grace, I think. If there's a catastrophe that destroys similar amounts of material for both players, then I think Samraku's going to rebuild a lot faster and could be in good shape. But Senate's got so much more material right now. That might be tough. Okay. Senate doing the right thing, I think, keeping the blue out of the bank. Samraku builds the last ship, and now, Senate, what are you going to do with an empty bank? You could invade Deneb with your flagship, I think. I think that would be pretty good. Pushing the yellow forward. Okay, trying to complete your Doomsday Machine is my guess here. Yeah, pulling back the red. Senate wants to sacrifice the Y3 as part of the Doomsday play, I think. So they want another ship at home. Sacrificing y2. That would leave... So that overpopulation would leave Samraku with only one red ship. But it's a similar amount of destruction for both players, and like I was just saying, Samraku rebuilds faster. But part of that rebuilding will not be yellows because Samraku doesn't have any yellow. Samraku would have to take some time to trade for yellow, and that might give Senet enough time to build up satisfactorily. Senet recalling a little red. Yeah. So Samraku is in pretty tough shape. No yellows to sacrifice. Knocking out a yellow star first is usually hard because you usually have to sacrifice yellow and move in a bunch of yellow, and then you don't have much yellow power left to move in ships of the other color. I think it's not quite time for the invasion yet. Oh, Senet's going for it, though. Alright, well, let's see if Senet can pull it off. Samraku captures. Senet, you're going to sacrifice to move in the other two? Yeah. Alright. Now what? Samraku has 3 mobile blues pointed at them. And there is a blue in the bank, and Senet has access to 1 build action. So every blue that comes into Samraku's home is an existential threat. You've got to capture it, or Senet will sacrifice the G to build a blue. Well, and just generally keep moving things in. Well, no, I guess that's not quite true. Building or moving, Senet can only get 1 blue into Samraku's home at a time. If Samraku moves the green into Senet's home, Senet's got no yellow. I think Samraku wins. I stand by what I said, that I think this invasion doesn't quite work. Sorry, Senet. Let's see if Samraku can pull it off. I think Samraku should invade. Invade with the G2. Senet can't get a large to their home in time. Okay, they trade for the yellow. I think that's not going to work. Sacrificing G3. Okay, so I think they missed the opportunity to... I think Samraku just missed their opportunity to win. Yeah, Samraku should be invading this defenseless homeworld. Not fiddling around with trying to build more firepower. Senet sacrifice. Yeah, okay, you just lost your chance. No. This is a win. This is also a win. If Senet commits to this, it's absolutely an immediate win for Samraku. Sacrifice the Y3, move in 2 reds. Okay, sacrifices G1. What are you doing? Sacrificing G1 to build a Y2. That's not enough. Yeah, so this is still a win for Samraku. Sacrifice Y3 to move in the B3. There are a lot of different ways to get a large into Senet's home, and Samraku's got red firepower to capture things sufficiently. No, slow rolling it. No, Senet's begun the death. Yeah, and because Senet has that Y2 now, so it was too late. Yes, you can capture that one, but then Senet sacrifices the Y2 to move in the other 2. Ooh, ouch. Well, sorry, Samraku. You missed your chance. You needed to invade while Senate was helpless. So that's a lesson for everybody. If your opponent doesn't have a mothership, you should look very, very closely for any way at all that you can invade their home. Um, Especially if you've got red somewhere you can sacrifice, so that um, yeah. I think a lot of people, when they've lost a star and death is coming for them very fast, they only look at ways to defend. Um, Samraku needed to go on the offensive here. They would have won. Anyway, thank you to the players for playing here and letting us watch, and thank you guys for listening to me talk. This is fun.